Hi guys, Prosperous here. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you, no, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas in arrears, guys, and Happy New Year already. Come on, tomorrow is New Year, and 2024 has been such a great year for you and myself. Please, I want to debunk the fact that a lot of maybe some things happened to you in 2024 that you did not really like, but I'm very sure that the fact that you can watch this video is enough to be grateful to God for. So this video is just about telling you things that I'm grateful for in 2024 and how to plan ahead for the new year. So let's get right into it, guys. So since we have 12 months in the year, I will tell you 12 fantastic things I'm grateful to God for. Yes, let's get started. The first one I have here in my journal says, I am grateful to God for growth. Trust me, God drilled me this year. He drilled me ups and down. Wow. But I kept on standing with the help of God and the Holy Spirit. I'm super grateful to God for growth, for how God brought people my way. God brought books my way. God brought sermons my way. God brought everything at the right time. And I'm so grateful to God for growth. The second thing I'm grateful to God for is I am grateful to God for provision. I graduated from the Lagos State University this year and trying to shuffle my book launch preparation plus NYSC registration. Trust me, it was a whole lot and I could not even start job hunting. At some point I began to job hunt, but I did not get a job. So it was really a lot trying to, feed, get personal stuffs. But God showed up. That's to show you that God is actually your source, not your job. Your job is not your source. Your aunties and your uncles are not your source. God is your source. God is the one who provides for you. God is the one who touched the hearts of people to give you whatever it is that you need. So God is actually your source. That is one thing I've actually learned this year, that your auntie is not your source. Your parents are not your source. Your job is not your source. It's just a channel through which God provides for you. Some people just say, okay, my job, if I do my job, everything has ended. No, God is your source and is one who provides for you. He's one who does everything for you. Yes. And the third thing I'm grateful to God for is alignment. Trust me, God placed me and soaked me inside an alignment this year. And looking back in hindsight, I'm so grateful to God for it, for how God aligned my steps and everything that I did this year. The fourth thing I'm grateful to God for is I am grateful to God for my circle. Come on, trust me. No, you cannot underestimate the importance of great circles. You don't have to have so many friends. I used to tell people everybody is not your friend, but know your circle. Know your tribe. Not the people who are really there for you. And trust me, I'm grateful to God for my circle. My circle is very, very small, but I'm grateful to God for them. They kept me standing. The times where I wanted to give up, I looked at my left, I looked at my right, and I saw that there's encouragement everywhere. So I had to, bounce back. So your circle is really, really important. That is one thing you should look into while planning for the new year. The people you surround yourself with, trust me, it's really, really, really matters a lot. Yes, let's get right into the next one. Next thing I'm grateful to God for is I'm grateful to God for Allos Parakletos. Yes, Allos Parakletos is the Greek word for the Holy Spirit. That's one of the same kind. Trust me, the Holy Spirit is my best friend. If you have read my book, I wrote it there. Allos Parakletos is my source of inspiration. Holy Spirit is my best friend. He tells me what to do part-time and what to say part-time. There's sometimes that maybe I'm just talking to somebody, or maybe I want to just type something on my status. I'm trying to tell you how the relationship I have with him is, and you will say, shut up, Prosperous, don't say that thing, and that's just the end. and it has saved me so many times. Trust me, I'm grateful to God for Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit, I love you so much. Thank you for walking with me through this year. Thank you for holding me by the hand and showing me the way to go. Yes, guys. The next thing I'm grateful to God for is for my family. I'm grateful to God for my family. I remember when I was in school and I wanted to give up, they kept me going. Just my family is actually my greatest support system. Like, they are my number one fan. They're my number one fan. I remember when I was doing my book launch, they joined online. They had to watch it online. I'm really grateful to God for the family that I have. The next thing I'm grateful to God for is my sanity. My sanity. The devil wanted to take it away from me, but God said, mercy says no. Trust me, I'm left the choir. I'm happy. I left the choir department this year, so my voice has gotten so bad. But God kept my sanity in check. Yes. The next thing I'm grateful to God for is God's faithfulness over my life. God has been so faithful. He has shown up. God has been so faithful, and I want to look in the in-betweens of your life. You would see God's faithfulness. You will see God's faithfulness. You might say, okay, this thing did not work for me this year. How about the things that worked? How about the things that worked? God has been so faithful. The next thing I'm grateful to God for is sound health. Sound health. I don't think I went to the hospital this year. I can't remember the last time I went to the hospital. That is enough to be grateful to God for. I'm so grateful to God for sound health. God kept me. God kept me. My health was in check. I'm so grateful to God for that. The next thing I'm grateful to God for is drum rolls. Drum rolls. The next thing I'm grateful to God for is my relationship. Yes. God has been so intentional about me and the people that he brings to my space. Let's just end it there. The next thing I'm grateful to God for is answered prayers. Answered prayers. When I checked, I was doing my review for 2024 and I was just taking so many things. Okay, check this, check that, check this, check that, check. Even if some things did not work, God is still faithful. But don't trust me, the answered prayers I got this year was a whole lot. Like, everything I prayed for, God actually came through, and I'm so grateful to God for that. So that, I think that's 12 already. I'm so grateful to God. And if you look back and you calm down, you take your pen and your paper and you begin to jot down the things God has done for you, trust me, you won't start telling God that, God, I'm sorry for complaining. You start begging God that I'm sorry for complaining. So God has been faithful, and you and I know that. So don't deny that fact. So yes, let's get into the part 2 of this video that says planning for the new year. I'll just make it very, it's not be an elaborate video because I don't want this video to be long. I'll just give you tips on how to plan your new year. So I've always been that person that writes our goals every year, because growing up as a child, my dad would always tell us to write like towards the end of the year, that's December, and that will tell us to. This was just a random thing, but it's that ritual just stayed with me. So he will tell us to just pick up a pen and paper to just write our plan for the new year, and we should also plan for the next 5 years of our lives, and we'll all go and submit it to him. So that thing just stayed with me. So I was always planning for the new year. It's not like just a part of me already. As time went on, rather, I began to find new ways to plan for the new year. Like this year now, I found a better way to plan for the new year, because if you plan and you don't put systems and structure, you are already planning to fail. And if you plan without God, you are planning in confusion. So guys, how do you plan for the new year? Let's debunk the new year resolutions, blah blah blah. All the new year resolutions you have been writing, which one have you done? And the reason why you have not done anything is because you don't put systems and structure. So the number one thing you should put in place while planning for the new year is systems and structure. You want to make 1 million next year. How? You want to lose weight next year. How? Don't just write ambiguous goals. Make your goals clear. How do you want to do this thing? How do you want to achieve this thing? That is one thing you should look into when planning for the new year. Next thing you should look into is, I'm saying this in off my head. Next thing you should look into is pray. Prayer is very important. This year, when I was planning my goals, I took time to pray. And God gave me my word for the year. And I was super grateful to Him for that. So pray. In fact, that should even be number one. Then number two should come. That other one should come next. Pray. Put systems and structure. Pray. Prayer is really, really important. God, you begin to gain clarity on things that you should do. God just tell you, okay, do it this way, do it that way. So the things I just did first when I was planning my goals for 2025, I first noted down. I just wrote down. I had 2 journals. This one was one where I did this one was one where I did like the normal, like the goals. I wrote the goals clearly here. Then I had another sketchbook that I was just writing things down. So on your sketchbook here, just list down the things that you want to do in 2025. After praying, you start listing out the things you want to do next year. Just list everything out. List everything. Just be writing everything. Number 1, I want to do this. Number 2, just write everything out. When you do that, you now begin to work with that. So you now section your goals. There are different types of goals. For me, I sectioned my goals into 6. Let me list them for you. Please hold on. The first one I wrote here is spiritual goals. The next one is financial goals. The next one is health goals. The next one is personal goals. The next one is impact goals. And the last one is career goals. So that was how I section my goals, and you could also use that. So when you section those goals now, everything that I have written in your sketchbook, begin to attach it. Okay, where does okay, I want to pray 1 hour every day. Where does it fall into? Spiritual goals, write it there. Where does I want to get a LED light next year? Where does it fall into? Personal goals. I want to do my master's next year. Where does it fall into? Your career goals. I want to hit the gym next year. Where does it fall into? Your health goals. I want to I want to reach out to the less privileged next year. Where does it fall into? Your impact goals. So do you get? So when you section them, after you have written in your sketchbook, you now begin to section it under the 6 areas of growth that are highly listed. So when you do that, that is part 1. The part 2 now is now system and structure. How do you want to? Which gym do you want to go to next year? When do you want to go to the gym? So you begin to do that one. That's the second part, system and structure. So the last part now is now action plan. You now go to your Google Docs. I don't know if you are familiar with Google Workspace. So you can use Google Sheets or Google Docs. Create a table. Create a table and start inputting it. For my spiritual life, this is the timetable for this month. This is the character study I'm doing for this month. This is the Bible reading I'm doing for this month. So when you do a timetable, you now begin to, like, Monday, this is what I do. Tuesday, this is what I do. You're going to have your checklist. So have a checklist that, okay, from those action plan that you've gotten, your checklist will now be, okay, I've done the things I'm supposed to do per day. So you should have a checklist of what you're supposed to do in a day. Setting goals is not play. It's not the one that you just said, I want to do this, I want to do this, and you end up not doing anything. Why? Because you are not intentional about it. If you put in so much, I used 2 days to set my goals, and I'm still not done because I'm not done with the action plan. So if you use like a lot of days to set your goals, there's no way you don't want to achieve your goal now. There's no way. Like I said, I don't want this video to be long. So the last thing you should now do after putting all your action plan and using the Google Docs, Google Workspace, if that works for you, is set alarm. Alarm is very wonderful. If you listen to my alarm, you run away. Even me myself, if I'm eating and my alarm rings, I'm always scared. My alarm scares me. So why will it not scare you? Who you be? I go lie for you. So set an alarm that resonates with you and what you want to do. Set an alarm that resonates with you. Like for my own alarm now, my alarm says, Prosperous, no food for lazy man. Get up and walk. Get up and work. You cannot afford to be lazy. You cannot afford to settle for less. There are a lot of people waiting for you. Destiny is waiting. Destiny is waiting. Get up and work now. So imagine that type of alarm. You're going to do what you want to do. You don't have a choice. So guys, I'm sure that everything I've said will be very helpful to you, and I want to take that into consideration. Not just set goals for setting sake. Set goals because you want to achieve it and know why you are doing what you are doing. Don't set goals because I want to be part of people that are setting goals. Please set goals because you want to achieve it, and set realistic goals. You imagine you're writing that you want to buy a car next year, or you want to get an apartment next year, you want to own a house next year, and you and I know that the job you are doing is 200k. It's 200k that they are paying you. How do you want to buy it? I'm not saying that you should not face it, but please set realistic goals. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. See you in 2024, and I promise I'm going to give you back-to-back content, God helping me. Thank you so much. I love you. It's Prosperous here. Bye. If you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, I have watched to this end, do the needful, and please turn on your notification bell, so whenever you I drop a video, you'll be the first to hear about it. And please comment, like, share, so this video can reach a wider audience. Help my YouTube channel grow. I've tried for you this year. Yes. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye.